Well, KO, we are celebrating Stone Cold Week today, and we know how big of an influence that Stone Cold has had on you. What are some of your favorite and maybe earliest memories you have of Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Well, so I say that a lot, but one of my favorite memories of Stone Cold is actually when he came to WWE as the Ringmaster originally, because I was a huge fan of the Ringmaster. And from what I understand, through the years, listening to various stories about Stone Cold's development and how Stone Cold Steve Austin came to be, the Ringmaster didn't have a whole lot of fans, apparently. But I was sold from the get go. I remember those early, months as the Ringmaster. I remember them fondly. Like one of the memories I have, and this is hard. It's almost like I have to set it up, but it's my dad used to play hockey every Friday night and Saturday night at this place near our house, right? And he'd play with his buddies, and it was always late at night, like 10 p.m., 11 p.m., whatever. And I, at the time, I was 12 or 13, so I'd go with him to the games. And while he was on the ice, I would just kind of walk around the complex, the sports complex they had there, where the skating rink was at. It was indoors, and they had TVs everywhere, playing different. Some TVs would play one sports channel, other TVs would play a different sports channel. So maybe you had baseball on one TV and like pool, like some random sport on another TV. And then there was always the one TV that played wrestling, because wrestling was on at that time in French. The French channel would play wrestling, and it would play it without the sound because like the music, whatever. But I was just watching without sound, and I remember that's when I saw his debut as the Ringmaster.
Wow.
And for some reason, that's tattooed in my brain now. I couldn't tell you who he was wrestling or anything like that, but I remember that's the first time I saw Steve Austin on that little TV that was hanging from the ceiling of the sports thing. So that's a memory I've got. And obviously, look, everybody says I was the biggest fan, right? It's a cliche to say, but if I could show you my room at the time, it was plastered from floor to ceiling in Steve Austin posters, and I was just the biggest Stone Cold fan. I really was. He came back. He left WWE in 2002 and came back in 2003, and he made his return in Montreal against Eric Bischoff. I was there live for it. My buddy, There was a huge snowstorm that day, and my buddy that I was driving was like, "I don't think we should go." I'm like, "Well, he was driving, so I'm like, well, if you're not going, I have to find a way to get there." And I lived an hour away. So anyway, we went, and it was really treacherous, really rough getting up there on the roads. But man, I wouldn't have missed it for the world. When he came out,
Wow.
I literally lost my mind. I say literally, and I don't use that word lightly like most people do.
Wow.
It left my brain. It was gone. I almost passed out. I was going insane. I legit almost passed out. I mean it, from just screaming and losing my, completely losing my composure. Just because I at that point, I thought Steve Austin wasn't coming back to wrestling. And then 2 weeks before No Way Out, they announced, "Oh, he's coming back." So, that's another memory I've got. I got a lot of them. I mean, we're gonna
get
I have a family to get. I have a family to get back to, so we're not gonna. Yeah.